Right, greetings, fellow grade 11s. It's Mr. Shajari here. Welcome to Back to Basics. Look, what we are looking at basically now, this is going to be what we are looking at our KZN. This is going to be our KZN match paper, right? This is going to be your match from your year 2022, right? Sorry about this, downloaded from right? Can you see this one? You know, these websites where we download these past papers have their own things, right? Thank you very much. Now, but let's just go straight to it. Now, 2.1.1. The first one is you are given 16 to the power of x is equals to 1. Now, they want you to solve that. And as you can see, that is going to be 1 mark, which means you just need to firstly represent in terms of what is going to be that one, right? Now, the first thing that you're going to do to represent that one, you're going to start by saying, look, your 16 to the power of x, your 1, this is same as 16 to the power of x is equals to, you can still represent rather your 16 to the power of 0, because 16 to the power of 0 is going to be same as your 1. Altogether. So which means now, then because you are having now the same bases, you can lose them, which means your x is going to be equal to your 0, right? So basically, it is almost that easy for you to solve that particular question, right? Now let's look at your 2.1.2. Now here you are having your roots, right? So here you are having your root of 2x plus 7 is equals to what? 4 subtract your x. Now what is it that you are going to have here? Now, which means now to get rid of all these, you must start by squaring these sides, right? You are going to square both of these particular sides so that you get rid of the square root, right? Because that's the first thing that you need to do. So, which means this is going to be same as 2x plus what? Plus 7. Now, when you are solving the 4 subtract x, now when you expand that one, what is going to be 4 subtract x? 4 squared, this is going to be same as 16. Then this is going to be same as 2 now multiplied by 4, it's going to be 8, right? 8 multiplied by x is going to be negative 8x, right? Now the last one is going to be same as what? It's going to be positive x squared, right? So basically the last one is going to be like that. And now you are going to come back and group all these particular like terms, which means you're going to have x squared. When you take the 2 to this side, it's going to be negative, which means this is going to be negative 10x. Then when you take this 7, this side, what is it that you're going to have? You are going to have what? You are going to have your you are going to have your 9. Remember, 16 subtract 7 is going to be your 9. So this is going to be equal to your 9, right? Now, then you are going to what? Obviously, you are going to factorize this. As you are factorizing this, you are going to find out the two factors. This is going to be x. The factors that can give us your 10 is going to be same as 9 and 1, right? 9 and 1 can give us our 10. Remember here, the last term here, it's going to be what? It's going to be like this. Remember, let's see. Let's just find out. Firstly, remember this is positive 9, not negative 9, but positive 9, which means this is going to be negative and negative. That is going to give us your what? Your negative 10. So your x subtract 1 is going to be equal to 0, or your x subtract your 9 is going to be equal to 0. So then you are going to solve what is going to be your x. Now your x is going to be same as 1, or your x is going to be same as what? It's going to be same as your 9, right? So basically, this is going to be how you're going to solve this question, right? Now, let's move swiftly along. I want us to do our 2.1, our 2.2.1, which is going to be our target, right? Now, here, these are going to be your exponents. Now, you are given 1 over your what? This is going to be your root 3 into p squared, right? Close bracket, this to the power of negative 3. Now, how can you go about solving for this particular question, right? Now, let's see. So now the first thing that you can do, remember your root, this is root 3p squared, right? Now, this can still be represented in terms of what? Now, this is going to be same as 2 to the power of what? 2 over 3, right? This is same as p to the power of 2 over 3. This is still one and the same thing. These two things are equal. So basically, when you want to get rid of this your cube root, you're just going to write it under your what? Under your 2 altogether. So which means we are saying here, this is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as 1 over your p to the power of what? To the power of 2 over your 3 close bracket what? Negative 3. out again. Now, remember, this is over here, right? You can still write this in terms of what? This can still be written in terms of p to the power of negative what? 2 over 3 close brackets to the power of what? Negative what? Negative 3. This is still one and the same thing. Remember, when you're having a to the power of negative n, this can still be written in terms of what? 1 over a to the power of n, right? Which means now we are moving backward. Out again. Now that you're having this is same as what? P to the power of what? Negative 2 over 3 multiplied by what? Negative 3. Now, what is it that you're going to do? The negative and negative is going to give you a positive, then which means now the 3 and 3 are going to cancel each other. So you're going to have your positive squared, right? You're going to have your p squared. Altogether. So basically your answer is going to be your p squared. Now, let's look at the last question. Now, in your last question, what is it that you are going to have? Now, let's look at this particular question here. So we are saying, or rather, you are given that you are having, let's see, this is going to be your root of 5. This is 5 20, or rather 2023, right? Subtract root 5 to the power of what? 2000 and what? 2021, right? Close bracket. This is going to be, look at me, look at me. Now, before we close that particular bracket, this is going to be over what? This is going to be over your root of 5 to the power of 2020, right? Subtract, this is root 45. Then all these close brackets squared, right? This is close bracket squared. Now, what is going to be the first thing that you're going to do, or how can you solve this particular question? Now, there's one thing that I want you to take note of. Now, here, this is going to be still one and the same thing, right? Now your five to the power of 2000 and what? 2023. I want you to express all these in terms of one thing, right? Now, what is the one thing that you can express in terms of this, right? Now, here, this is still the same as what? Now, this still can still be expressed in terms of let's say this is going to be expressed in terms of your root 5. This is still can be expressed in terms of root 5 multiplied by 5 to the power of what? To the power 111. Altogether, 1011 rather, right? And this is going to be one and the same thing, right? And now this other one here can still be represented in terms of what? This still can be represented in terms of 5 multiplied by 5 to the power of what? 100 or rather 1010. Look at me, right? And now over your what? This is going to be your denominator, and in your denominator, what is it that you're going to have here? And now, if you can look at your root of 5 to the power of 2020, right? Now, this can still be written in terms of what? This can still be written in terms of 5 to the power of what? This is still 5 to the power of what? 1010, right? Which is going to be 1010, right? And now you know that you're 45, right? 45 is still the same as what? 45. Remember, 45 is same as what? This is going to be same as your what? Your 9 multiplied by your 5, right? And now what is going to be 9 multiplied by 5? Your 9 multiplied by 5 is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your 3 to the power of root 5, right? So which means this is going to be 3 root 5 rather, right? Close bracket. All of this is squared. Out again. Here in this step, let's see what is that you are going to do here. Now, I want you to take note of something. This root 5, you can still express this in terms of what? Can you see that here? This is the only one that is going to be 1011. This is 1010. This is 1010, right? Now, I'm saying this can still be written in terms of what? 5 to the power of 1 multiplied by 5 to the power of what? To the power of 1010. Because when you say 5 multiplied by 5, this is going to what? Multiplying powers of the same base. You are going to add the exponent. So this is still going to be same as what? 5 to the power of what? 1011, right? So this is going to be the same thing. So now we are going to have root 5 here multiplied by 5. This is going to be Also 1010 divide by 5, right? 5, this is going to be 5, 1010. And now this is subtract 3 root 5, obviously, right? 3 root 5 close bracket squared. Okay. Now this is still one and the same thing. Now, what is it that you are going to do here? Now, I want us to take out the common factor. In your numerator, what is it that you could take out as a common factor? Can you see that here? You have root 5, you have root 5. You have 5 to the power 5 1000 to the power of 1010, 5 to the power of 1010, right? So what is it that you are going to have here? So this is same as what this can still be written in terms of what? If you take out your common factor, you can take out root 5 as a common factor, multiplied by 5 to the power of what? 1010. And what is it that you're going to left with here? You are only left with 5 to the power of 1. So this is going to be 5 to the power of 1. Now here you've taken out everything here. So this is going to be same as subtract 1. Subtract. Now this is going to be 5 to the power of 1010. Subtract 3, obviously, root 5, close bracket squared. Altogether, that one we haven't solved it, right? So now, let's see what is it that you're going to do. Can you see that the 5 to the power of what? 1010 and the 5 to the power of 1010 is going to cancel each other, right? So which means what is it that you're going to be left with? You are going to be left with the root 5 in brackets. What is this? This you are having 5 subtract 1. 5 to the power of 1 is same as 5, right? So 5 subtract this is same as what? 4, right? So this we are having root 4 now, right? And then this is going to be what? Remember, this one and this one have cancelled each other, right? So this is going to be subtract 3 now, root 5, close bracket, all of these squared. I would okay. And now from here, what is it that you are going to have here? Let's see. Now, when you are squaring this, let's see in terms of what is it that you are going to have. Remember, this is same as what? This is same as 4 root 5 altogether subtract 3 root 5 close bracket squared. And obviously these are like terms. So which means here you are going to have what? You are going to have root 5. Altogether, this is going to be root 5 squared. And what is root 5 squared? This is going to be 5. Okay. So basically, this is how you are going to solve this type of question. Hopefully, this makes sense to you. And thank you very much.